We don't measure bolt to bolt. We measure diameter of the pipe, basically, you know, essentially with the size of the pipe that the collector is going to be. So I hope that helps some people. I'm going to order the 2.5s, and when they get here, I will start building exhaust for this thing. Hey everyone, Rusty here. So the purpose of today is to get this Camaro up, and I'm going to get under there and see if these little pipes that I pulled off of the C10, let me see right here, if these babies are going to be able to be adapted to those shorty headers. If I can just cut the end off here and put the right adapter to the headers, then that's going to save me some work. If these will be close to the right length and not too low to the ground, I'm just going to see. If not, I might have to buy some collectors, or I might have left the collectors under the car. I don't remember, it's been a while. So that's going to be the purpose of that. So I'm going to get this thing up in the air so I can scoot under there and put that on the time lapse for you. We got this baby up in the air. Let me see if it still looks all right on these jack stands. I should have used my other jack stands for some other stuff. Like, did I really need to have these heavy duty tall ones holding this motor up? No. Anyways, let's get under there and see what we got going on. That's all pretty good. This parking brake thing is broken right here, so that needs to be looked at so that's not hanging down, because this car's low enough to the ground as it is. Let's see what we got. All right, there's our header. Looks like I do need to get the collector adapters, because the ones that come with these headers aren't here anymore. So I'm gonna measure that and order them. Look, that one's got the O2 you know, bung that you could drill out. Not that this thing needs an O2 sensor, but anyways, check out that high torque starter, right? That sucker's definitely worth the money. So I'm gonna get a measurement on that and then order them up on Amazon, and I gotta wait. Not much else to do. The way you measure these is just the diameter of the pipe, you know? So that looks like it's gonna be about 2.5. Let's get this thing to agree with me. There you go. Hope that looks right to you. It's definitely not 3-inch, which is what the other one is that I had to get recently. All right, just to show you, this one's a 3-inch, right? That's the one that I had to order for the pickup truck. Somebody said that they had measured from bolt hole to bolt hole, and they had ordered the 3-inch on Amazon. This is one of the reviews. You don't measure bolt hole to bolt hole, that's 3.5 inches. You measure the diameter of the pipe. Because if you measure bolt hole to bolt hole, he'd be ordering this size for this smaller 2.5. Because from bolt to bolt on the 2.5, it's 3 inches. So this is where some confusion comes in. We don't measure bolt to bolt. We measure diameter of the pipe, basically, you know, essentially with the size of the pipe that the collector is going to be. So I hope that helps some people. I'm gonna order the 2.5s, and when they get here, I will start building exhaust for this thing, which is gonna be challenging. There's not a whole lot of space. I might order a Y as well, or a crossover or something, because I think they run the original exhaust right down the center next to the drive shaft, on the passenger side, which is pretty challenging if you think about it. But I'm no exhaust bender, you know, welder extraordinaire. I'm not the best, but maybe we'll just have some side pipes cut out right there in front of the tire. I think that's totally allowed, right? Because I can go along this rail and then kick out right there at the tire with the 45. I think that'll be cute. I think that's what we're probably going to end up doing, just for ease. Then I don't have to get all these pieces to go over the drive shaft and then come out the back. See, if it just kicks out right here, no problem. But if we have to, you know, go over all of this nonsense, it's gonna get a little bit involved. This is where the factory one went, and I did make that before. And then here's the heat shield, and then it cuts out that way. And I had that before, but I had to cut it out of the way to change the transmission. Plus the exhaust is coming close to the ground all the time. And then if I go along that frame rail, I hope you can see there is a gap where we could put a 2.5 inch pipe or so. And remember, that pipe coming out of the header is 2.5 inch. So if we don't go smaller than 2.5 inch, there will be no loss in performance whatsoever. All right, that's the plan. Kind of a short video, I know, but got to get this car going. And in other news, I'm gonna get my lawnmower going. Something's wrong with the carburetor, probably from sitting for a long time, like everyone else goes through these issues. I moved everything out of the way so I could get the car in. So now I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with these motorcycles. I can push them out when I'm working and then push them back in, and that's probably what I'll do. That lawnmower works for the perimeter next to the house and light jobs. So I got a bunch of stuff here in the garage clogging all the works up, but I can move these things all out and back in quickly. And that was the idea of putting it all right here. I can just move it all out when I want to work and move it all back in when I'm done. And I got the AC working in the garage, but unfortunately if I'm going to be welding, I have to have these doors open because there will be way too much fumes, and I'll run a fan in that window. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Like I said, I do have insurance on this car. It's driving, it's running, it just needs exhaust. And then other than that, the only thing I think I need to fix is some unruly animal ate up my wiring here. So I need to fix that wiring so my lights work, and that's it. So catch me on the next one about this car. It'll be a little more exciting. Now I'm gonna just order the parts, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready.